kiddos, this is our PowerPoint for this week. Our focus for this week will be on moral lesson, finding the moral lesson of the story. So this is a new skill that we've not talked about in school. So we're going to take our time to really learn it. So please make sure you watch all of the videos that I post. Please make sure that you're reading the instructions carefully, because again, this is something brand new to us that we've not learned. Moral lesson. So again, this week, that's our focus, is to find the moral lesson of a story. Let me tell you what that means. The moral lesson of a story is a lesson that you learn, that you and the characters learn from the story to make life better. So basically, what are you and the characters learning that's going to help you become a better person? You and the character become a better person. Again, moral lesson. Lesson that you and the characters learn from the story to make life better. So by reading, so obviously in the story, the character is going to learn a lesson, but you learn the lesson because you've read the story. And so that's how you learn the lesson and your life can be made better. So how do we find this moral lesson of a story? So there are questions that you should think about as you read. So I'm giving you 4 questions to think about to help you figure out the moral lesson. Question number 1. What was the character feeling at the beginning of the story? Number 2, what was the character feeling at the end of the story? So when we think of characters, and we studied the characters last week, we're thinking about who is in the story, the people or the animals. And we want to think about how are they feeling at the beginning. Maybe they were sad, they were angry, they were upset at the beginning, and then thinking about the end. Maybe at the end, they're kind, they're nice, they're happy. So thinking about how they're feeling at the beginning, thinking about how they're feeling at the end. Question number 3. What lesson did the character learn from the story? What did they learn? And then what lesson did I learn from the story? Thinking about yourself, what lesson did you learn from the story? Again, a moral lesson is a lesson that you and the characters learn from the story to make life better. All about making life better. The lesson is going to be a full sentence. Here are a few examples of moral lessons. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Be happy with what you have. Get your work done and don't be lazy. Those are moral lessons. Things that you can learn that will make your life better. So again, these are examples of different lessons. If the character has learned a lesson, their life will be better. If you learn the lesson from the story, your life will be better too. So as you complete your assignment, remember to think these questions, okay? So as you're working this entire week, and you're working on your assignments, think these questions. Number 1, what was the character feeling at the beginning of the story? Number 2, what was the character feeling at the end of the story? Number 3, what lesson did the character learn from the story? And number 4, what lesson did I learn or did you learn from the story? Thinking about lessons, moral lessons. So on your assignment that you have today, they give you a moral lesson word bank. So the star is each of the lessons that you can choose from to write on the line. So you're going to read the story and decide which moral lesson to write. And remember, so this is number 1. You could think of the stars as numbers. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. Okay? So line by line. And just like, so just remember that there are 5 because on your paper there are 5 little stories. So read the stories and then write the moral lesson. And again, remember, moral lesson is the lesson that you and the character learn from the story to make your lives better. All right, have a fantastic week.